Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another video. Today's video, we are talking Giga once again because of recent surveys that were sent out to pass holders. I didn't get a survey, but it was posted on Reddit. Screenshots for the survey. I received the Kings Island survey. Now, I have in the past had purchased a season pass for Cedar Fair through Kings Island, so that makes sense why I would get that particular one, but I did not receive the Great America survey. But we're here to talk about what's going on. So a month ago, I posted my video on Six Flags Great America, whether or not I think that they were in line to get a Giga after the merger. If you haven't checked that video out, I'll leave a link down in the description of this one where you can click on and watch that video. It's very insightful on my theories on why I think our park is getting a Giga. So that was a month ago. Let's jump to the present. So this week, the company sent out surveys for a lot of their parks, ride surveys, asking the people to respond and give their opinions on what they want to see in the future for their particular park that they got the survey for. Now, I know Cedar Point got one, Kings Island, like I said, I received the Kings Island one. Canada's Wonderland, our park, I'm not sure. I haven't really looked for any of the others, but if any of the other parks received it, but it is very possible. If you did get a survey, please leave a comment below. Let us know what park you're at and what exactly was in the survey. But let's get back to why we're all here, the Giga Coaster at Six Flags Great America. Now, like I had said in my video about a month ago now, I was under the impression that this was something that is going to happen. From everything that I've been told, that this has already been in the works. Them trying to figure out exactly where in the park they want to put it. The company that came up in my research, so to say, was B&M that they had been working with, and B&M actually wanted to do it for the park. Whether or not that ends up being a thing that ends up happening, we'll just have to wait and see, and obviously the time frame on when it happens. Now, when the company sends out these surveys like this, they have plans for future plans to do something major for that park, and they're trying to get the census of what people at that park would want to see. Now, if you do remember, we did have a survey about a dive coaster. I'm not exactly sure when it was. I do remember getting that survey and I took it. And we ended up getting a dive coaster. Now, does that mean we're going to get all of these things in the survey? Just one? It's very possible that they'll spread these investments out and we'll see more than one of these. Let's talk about what was in the survey now, though. So let's jump into that. So the first option in the survey was a family thrill launch coaster. This exciting new family launch coaster, custom designed to deliver thrills everyone can enjoy together, with smooth, fast launches, gentle twists, and surprising airtime moments. This coaster gives younger riders a taste of high-speed excitement while still being approachable for the whole family. Now, this coaster, something similar to this type of coaster would be Big Bear Mountain down at Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, which I literally just came back from a trip there and rode it for the first time, and it is an amazing coaster. It's not filled with airtime. It's not filled with crazy turns and stuff, but it's a great coaster, and it would be a really cool investment that this park definitely would benefit from. So that's just something to keep in mind. The second option in the survey is a flying theater, which is kind of crazy to think that they would consider putting something like this in. So this is something that's similar to Soarin' at Disneyland and Disney World, if you've ever been there. So this just says soar to new heights with an all-new flying theater, an immersive attraction that lets guests experience the thrill and wonder of flight like never before. With state-of-the-art moving seating, panoramic visuals, and dynamic special effects, riders feel as if they are gliding through breathtaking landscapes and iconic destinations. Now, this is also a big family ride. Obviously, Disney is known for their Soarins. The Soarin' over California, and then Disney World has Soarin' over the world. And I've been on both, and they're an amazing attraction. My only thing with this is we have one of these in Chicago already. So if they were to do one, I would imagine that they would want to theme it to Soarin' over Chicago. And there's one available of these at Navy Pier, which opened in 2024. So this is just something that I wouldn't see happening at our park. Also, it's a big investment, and the show building itself is huge, so it would need a lot of space, and I just don't see that happening at our park. So let's get on to why we're all here, the third survey option, and that is the Giga Coaster. So what it says here, Giga Coaster, prepare for the ultimate thrill experience with the all-new Giga Coaster, a towering masterpiece designed for adrenaline seekers and coaster enthusiasts alike. Soaring over 300 feet in height and reaching jaw-dropping speeds, this record-setting coaster delivers massive drops, high-speed twists, and exhilarating airtime from start to finish. Now, the particular ride that's in the photo here is Orion at Kings Island, which is actually probably the most controversial Giga Coaster out there. But would it be closer to something like that? Or would it be something that breaks Fury's height record? We'll have to wait and see. I personally think that since it's been so long since Fury has debuted, it's been 10 years since Fury opened. So would they go to break the height that Fury has and go taller? Now, Fury is 325 feet tall. Would they go for 330? Would they go for 340? Would they go for 350? And this would be the world's then only Giga Coaster at 100 miles an hour. We'll have to wait and see. Is it going to be over 5,000 feet of track? Is it going to be over 6,000 feet of track? That's just something that we won't know, obviously, until this announcement happens, if and when it happens. But like I said in my video I put out a month ago, I do believe we're on track to see this in 2028 or 2029. So remember I said that, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and if I'm right, then everything that I've been told has been correct. And we come to see. Now, I have seen a couple layouts for a Giga Coaster at Six Flags Great America. I'm not putting them in here because I don't want to start any rumors like that, but every one that I've seen removes no rides, and basically it's somehow situated in the center of the park. Now, one runs along the back entrance and along the tollway and doesn't remove any parking spaces. So we'll have to wait and see what exactly happens. Like I said, I'm not going to put them in here to start speculation with those, but just know that there is a way that they can do it. And this just goes to show you that if the park is surveying about this, they want to do this, is basically what's happening here. And we will hopefully see it sooner rather than later. But until we get more specifics on planning, obviously this would be something they would need to go to the village board to get approval for. Anything over 200 feet needs that approval. And I know people are going to post in here it's not possible because of the airport and blah, 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 blah. But if you look at videos, I even have video of Carowinds in my Giga video that I did. There's major airlines that fly very close to the park. There's a major international airport right within a few miles of Carowinds. So this whole thing that they can't do it because it's too close to an airport, and the airport it's close to is Waukegan. It's not even a major airport. It's like a private plane airport type thing. It's just that needs to stop. They wouldn't be surveying about this if it wasn't possible for them to do it. Is all I'm gonna say. So keep your hopes up, and hopefully within the next 3 to 4 years, we will see this come to fruition at the park. But what are your thoughts? What do you think? What would you want to see? Would you want to see a B&M? Would you want to see an Intamin? Would you want to see a Mach? Would you want to see Vekoma take on their first big major Giga coaster? I personally wouldn't mind seeing that with how butter smooth Vekomas are and how great all the more recent ones have been. That would be pretty amazing. My favorite Giga is Fury, so that means to me that I would most likely like if they did worked with B&M again. But would it be too similar to the general public to Raging Bull? That's things that they're going to have to weigh. Now, obviously, Kings Island has a Hyper and a Giga from B&M, and there's no problems there. Canada's Wonderland has a Hyper and a Giga, and Carowinds has a Hyper and a Giga, both from all B&M. So it's not something that they wouldn't do, but like I said, until we get more information on planning, obviously, seeing something from the village board, that's something you'll have to keep an eye on in the next several years for a zoning approval. We just won't know. And once they go to that village board, they basically have to give them the entire plan on heights that would exceed the 200 feet. So we would know, obviously, how tall it would be. And then any hills after that exceed that 200 foot mark would also have to be in that variance request as well. So it's not happening within the next couple years, so we can just relax about that. Once we get to 3-4 years, then we'll have to wait and see. Now, obviously, we were supposed to get a kids area next year for 2026. Is that still happening? Could that family launch coaster or some type of a small launch coaster be included in that kids area? And then we end up seeing that and a Giga in our near future? We'll have to wait and see. We still haven't heard anything about next year's edition, whether or not they're going to do the kids area for the 50th. My guess is they wouldn't start construction on that until after the season anyways, since it's not a major where they're tearing up and they have several footers that have to be dug out. It's not something major like that where they would need to, construction would have had to have started already. So that is possible once we see the park closer this season that we see construction begin on that for next year. And that puts us in line then for another major coaster coming down the line in 3 to 4 years. So keep your fingers crossed. I know I am. I would love our park to get a Giga. We deserve a Giga. This park would jump into that top tier status that we deserve to have. But that's going to do it for this video. Like I said before, let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. We want to hear what everybody thinks. And did you get the survey? Let us know. If you did, leave a comment below. But that's going to do it for now. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on those notifications and make sure you get all my videos when they come out. and I will catch you in the next one, guys. Later.